Welcome back to Houston Life. Earlier this month, the James Beard Foundation announced the winners of its 2023 Chef and Restaurant Awards at a ceremony in Chicago. And our next guest was named the Best Chef Texas, becoming Houston's first woman to bring home the prestigious honor.
It is a big, big deal. Her name is Benchawan Jabthong Painter, better known as Chef G from Street to Kitchen and the Preserve restaurants. And she is here along with her husband, Graham Painter. Welcome to Studio B and congratulations.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Okay,
Amazing.
This is a really big deal. We want to know the story. I understand you were really surprised when you heard the news.
Yes, because like I say, I don't really expect we get anything, but I have hope on it. So we're not really prepared for winning or anything. We just go there to have fun. So when we heard the news, we just shocking, and I just like, oh my God, is that true? I was just dreaming. So I just it's really in shock on that moment.
Amazing. Congratulations. That's also the best when you win and you don't expect it.
I know, right?
Makes it even better. Okay, so what do we have here?
So today we're gonna make the sangwa drit or shrimp salad on the dish we have. So today, if you guys want to give me a hand, you can.
We'll go for it.
I'm ready.
So all right, we're gonna start with the coconut sugar.
Okay.
Coconut sugar.
And this dish, I'm sure everybody in Houston can make it because it's really easy.
If I can make it, you can make it.
Yes. So
You'll find it as palm sugar, right?
yes, palm sugar or coconut sugar.
Okay.
And you can add a little bit of fish sauce on it.
And I'm stirring.
Yes, you just try to make it.
Here we go.
And fresh lime juice.
Oh, it
Fresh lime.
smells, if you could smell this, it smells incredible.
And we have tamarind juice.
Okay.
So the reason I put two of them, so they get a different kind of smoother version of sour, and this one is really like lime flavor on it. And we have some shrimp fat.
And while you're mixing this up, so Street to Kitchen, your restaurant there in Edo, it's a small space. It only has 10 tables inside.
Yes.
A lot of my neighbors have been, and they're like, guys, you got to get a table. You've got to experience it. And it's so popular. Do you have plans to expand?
Well, like I said, we just start a really pandemic. So, but right now we might have to thinking about second location.
We love that.
Yes.
Expanding.
Good news.
Okay, adding some,
A little shallot.
okay, I almost said onion, but that's how basic my cooking skills are.
All right. So we have some lemongrass and the red Thai chili.
Okay, so lemongrass and red Thai chili. And depending on your level of spice desire,
Yes.
you
I was
can-
just gonna
you
say.
can limit that.
Yes.
Okay.
We're making it
And
spicy.
we have makut leaf, or another name is kavelam leaf.
And I noticed, Chef G, everything is very thinly sliced.
Yes, because we can eat them raw.
Oh,
Yes.
gotcha. Because they're not cooked, they need to be.
Yeah, so that, like I say, they're really simple, easy, and good for summer dish too.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah,
I was
so
gonna
that-
ask, how did you get into cooking? Is this something that you just fell into? Is this a family thing?
Yes, so I grew up with my grandma. She had neighborhood restaurant. So I just start love to eat things. So I always hang out in the kitchen. So I'm about 6 years old. I start to cooking, and somehow one day my grandma said, "How about you try to make this dish?"
Wow.
And I just, okay, why not? And I do it, but she always stand next to me and teach me how to cook a bit by a bit, and that's how I'm started. Oh my God! So now I'm just cooking now.
You learn from the best.
Yes.
I love that your grandmother influenced you so much. And Graham, a little matchmaking.
Later.
We're making love in the bowl. We're making love in the bowl.
I'm so sorry. Some matchmaking happened. It's a Monday, people. Some matchmaking happened, and that's how, Chef G, you ended up coming to Houston. Is that right? How does the story go?
I was living in Thailand. I was working in advertising. I was there about 7 years. I think at that point I'd been there a couple years, so my Thai was getting better. And I was in a restaurant with some friends, and I saw this cute girl over there with her friends, and it was nighttime. I'm wearing Kazal sunglasses, trying to floss, and she says in Thai, "What does he think? It's bright in here. Who does this guy think he is?
I know. So you
What
think he's
an
cool?
idiot!" And so, yeah, what does he think he's cool? Obviously, I did.
Yeah.
And so I went over there and I got her number, and I spoke Thai to her, and so the rest was history.
So he impressed you.
I know, because I don't think he will speak Thai. That's why I say something behind that.
Right, you were caught off guard.
Yes.
You were talking about him, and he maybe understood you, huh? That is awesome.
So I've stirred this all together. It's looking delish.
So
What's the next step?
That's it.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Do I get to try it?
Of course.
Wait, this is the finished dish.
Yeah, that's
my
why I say
gosh.
it's everybody can make it.
That
Wow.
was so easy.
That's so beautiful. Can I grab a spoon?
Of course.
Robert, let's dig in. I also see some wine over here. What's the wine about?
Okay, so I don't have a job in the kitchen.
Okay.
But what I do is I'm the wine director. So
That's
I
a very
spend lot of
important part.
time-
You're the wine director at the restaurants?
Yes.
Yeah?
And so I love to pair wines with G's food. And today, what I've got today is something really non-traditional. It's from New Zealand, but it's an anti-New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay.
It's actually
New Zealand.
Anti-New Zealand, so it's not going to be just your typical grapefruity New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc that you would get from the grocery store. This guy's a weirdo. They say in the back, it's never got weird enough.
So that's why you brought it for Harper and me?
You guys, it's called Gonzo Resistance. I figure we were all Hunter S. Thompson fans here.
Yes.
And it was co-fermented with crushed oyster shell.
Whoa.
So it's going to have a really nice brininess to it that I think is going to complement this.
Well, crack it
May I?
open. Yeah, and while you do, you got to chat about the new restaurant that's down in Kima.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a really interesting concept.
Yeah, so down the Kima, we are partner with Chef David Skinner. So we try to put history foods is like a like history about Thai food, like maybe 2,000 years ago, and we both of us have to study a lot about the culture and food.
He's Native American.
Yes.
And so we kind of trace both parallel foods.
So it's a Native American Thai concept together.
Got it.
Well, we try to show both culture together. Yes.
And I understand that Thai food, as we know it today with all the spice and all the flavors, it was very different back in the day.
Yes.
It was not spicy, is that
Well,
right?
we don't even know we don't even have chili at that time.
You don't have access to chili.
No, we don't even use chili at that time. That's why I'm just thinking, oh my goodness, like we love so much spicy right now, and back then we don't even know the chili. So that's why it just surprised me a lot, the history in the back.
Well, it is fascinating. And you know what they say? Interesting people make interesting food. And you both have done such a phenomenal job. Congrats on not only the James Beard Award, but also the new location down in Kima. What's the secret to getting a table at Street to Kitchen, by the way? Asking for a friend.
Okay, so here's
I
the
know.
deal. There's only 10 tables, and people book it up pretty much in advance, but there's also, because of the advanced booking, a lot of advanced cancellation. So keep going on streettokitchen.com.
Oh, smart.
And look, and you'll always be able to find a hole. It may not be the day that you're looking, but when you see something, snag it. Can't wait to see you guys.
StreetToKitchen.com. This is delicious, by the way. Thank you all so much.
Yeah, thank you and
Congrats.
congratulations.
Thank you so much.
It is awesome. So for a link to book your table at the Preserve or Street to Kitchen, we have shared a link on our website, HoustonLife.tv. Just click on that scene on Houston Life section. I can't believe this was fermented using oyster shells.
This is delicious.
Very interesting.